Hi again, welcome to another video. This time we're working on this Stihl FS400. You might have, if you saw my video when I got my job lot of mowers and some strimmers, this was the strimmer that was in there, the Stihl strimmer. So I've had a little look at it. The piston looks good. I've looked through both ports, this exhaust side and the carburetor inlet side, the other side, and it looks good both sides. So that's positive and makes it probably worth repairing. The rest of it looks in good condition. There, I am missing some parts. I'm missing an engine cover, one that fits on the top. I'm missing some bits off of the carburetor side, but I have got them on that one. That's an FS450, but I think everything is the same, or much the same. It's probably just bore size, or might even be that. I really don't know, but that is a slightly higher model. I actually own one of these myself, and I've had it a long time, and I've got a FS450 and FS400, which is the same as this one, the 400. So yeah, I'm gonna start to work through and take the bits off that. I thought I was missing that, and they're about £10, so I've saved £10 there. I was willing to sort of invest £50 in this to repair this, because they're worth between 200 and 300, they seem to be worth. So yeah, it's definitely worth pursuing this one. I can't hear any nasty noises when I pull it over. Seems to pull over okay. Looks like it's had a new decompression valve in there. So yeah, it's quite positive that this one will be a good one. So yeah, I've had that one a long time. I've basically just kept that one for spares for my own, but if I have to use things on this, yeah, so be it. I've got them, so I don't really use my own ones that much, so I'm not really going to need the spares. I used to use them a lot, but I don't do such heavy work now. What else? I bought a new carburetor for my own FS400 and never fitted that, so I never actually did the repair on that. But I think that's in a drawer, so I will put a new carburetor on this as well, because I already have one. And yeah, I don't think it's going to cost me that much. I will have to buy the engine cover. I think I might have had one somewhere, but I can't find it. So yeah, we'll have a look at it in a minute. I'll try to show you a photo of what it looks like in the ports, so I'll give you an idea of how good it is in there. And it is good. And then yeah, I'll get some of this stuff fitted onto here, and then hopefully tomorrow I can have start up. So I've got all the parts off the spares machine, and now I'm going to fit them onto this. I forgot to tell you that it has got spark, so that's another positive thing. I'm not going to clean the bits down yet, for the sole reason I find it a waste of time. If it doesn't turn out to be a good machine, I find it's a waste of time. So I've got the bits here. I'm just going to put them on as they are. I found the new carburetor there, so we'll have a new carburetor. It is an aftermarket cheapo one, but we'll see how it goes. At least it hasn't got the primer bulb on this one. I found a lot of them lately don't seem to prime, but I think I found a way of getting them priming now. I looked into it the other day, but this one hasn't got that issue. Well, it has got a primer bulb on it, but the primer bulb isn't, it's on the front there. It isn't actually on the carb. So we've got the throttle cable, which is there, which is slightly difficult to get in place, because it's a strange old system, that is, because it goes to like a screw at the back, and that's connected to the whole lot. So let me just have a look. I know why that was. It was on start on the handle. I did that when I tried to see, when I looked to see if it had spark. That little block has got to come back a little bit. I think that cap's got to come off on that carb there. Yeah, for some reason they all had to be pinged off, because it sort of goes in there. Them bits on that rubber seem to act as them bits. So yeah, that's one little thing I had to get over. So if we can get that, yeah, that's a lot better. We can get that slid on there now. Try to get this in place. A little bit tricky in there. But not too tricky because I think it's in now. You just hold that and just check that the throttle does work okay. It does. It might just have to be adjusted up a bit, but it is working full rev though. Yeah, so I think that'll be okay. So there's not really much to put back on here really. There's this I had to take off the other machine. It's a sort of choke control piece. So there must be a way that goes in there. There we go. So that just clips in itself. There, believe it or not, I think I looked £6 just for that part. So having a spares machine has worked. I could have actually left them little cap things on there in the end, but that's not going to matter because it's all protected under there. And now it's going to be the pipe work. That green one, actually I'm going to just push it in there. The green one goes on there. The pipes look okay. I will put a new tank filter in it, a new air filter obviously. That top one goes on there. Might replace that pipe because it's a little bit that pipe's quite hard. Didn't seem to be a gasket between, so that can go on now, and that goes through that little hole there. And then there's a bolt to hold that in. Actually, I will take that off, like I said, and if it's a runner I will take it off and give it a proper clean afterwards, but I'm a bit reluctant to do that before, because if there did happen to be a real bad knock in the bottom or something, I've cleaned up things. Well, no, I could put them in the drawer I suppose clean, but I prefer to put them back on the other machine if that proves to be the case. Screw ain't going in there great. Slightly went in funny, but it's alright now. So now there's a 2 to 8mm carb nuts. Give me a wheel brace. I can push that in now actually as well. The engine cover's about, I think it's about £20, just over £20. We have got a new, I bought that for my one actually, I never fitted it, so it might as well go in here at the moment. Just wipe out them, sorry about my arm there, wipe out them cobwebs a bit, and then this can go in there, and then at least give it a whirl then and see. Start up if you don't understand what a whirl is. Because I don't need a cover for, I don't need the main cover on for that. I've got to put the exhaust back on because I took that off to check. The recoil seems to pull okay, but the rope is a bit horrible, so I'll put a new one in. I'll show you me doing that. Shouldn't be hard. I can't remember if I've ever done one on this exact type of machine before, but I can't see it'll be a problem. Yeah, I've got a new spark plug, but I think that one looks new anyway, so I'll just go with that at the moment. I think probably it just had carb issues because all that carb stuff was missing, so someone probably investigated it, didn't want to pay for the part or whatever, and yeah, the rest got separated from the machine, and then yeah, it got with the job lot what I bought. So yeah, it could be a decent machine. We'll know when we try and start it, but it's looking hopeful. The compression, I'll just show you quickly, because when I was pulling it earlier I thought it hadn't got that much compression, but the decompression valve was in. Pull that out, Oh, that's got some compression. That's how it should feel. That's how my one feels. I'm not going to bother with a compression test because I've been messing around with them long enough to know that that's got good compression and there doesn't look to be any bore damage or anything. So I'm certainly not going to mess around with anything in there because it looked good through the ports. It's always a little tip before you start working on a two-stroke engine. What you don't sort of know, you don't know whether people have been running it on neat fuel or anything, so or any old rubbish, to be honest. So it's always worth taking the exhaust off for a start and having a look through the port, and then the carb off and having a look through the port the other side, because yeah, you can see straight through to the piston on a standard two-stroke. It's different on a four-mix because you can't. You just see valves, and on a four-stroke, but on the two-strokes you can get in to see the piston within about a minute. It doesn't take no time, you know. Probably a minute to take that off and a minute to take that off, so the carb side stuff off, so you can be in there and have a look straight away. Then you straight away know whether you've got a good cylinder head and piston, or whether you've got to investigate further and see whether it's even worth repairing. I'm sort of where I can get to with this at the moment. I will show you me doing a recoil. I might do that later, and then we'll try for a start-up tomorrow, and then I'll get that cover ordered, and then I've got a job I may be able to use it on to sort of test it out. So now I've got the recoil off of the FS400. I've just pulled the cord all the way out and then clamped it with a clamp there. So what I'm going to do now is pull that out there. Just get some little plier things. Pull it out there, like so. Snip that off. I'm actually going to go with a slightly thinner cord, because I think that one was a bit overkill. It isn't. I can tell it isn't the original one. So I'm going to go with this 2.8. Don't seem to have 3. I thought I did, but there's not much difference, is it? So, so yeah, you just want to pull your old cord out the end there. Yeah, the cap's missing as well on there, so you can tell that's been messed around with before. Because this way I haven't got to wind the spring back, but I did actually wind it round one extra turn as well, because it'll take more with the thinner cord. So what I'm going to quickly do is just melt the end with a lighter. Be hot, so watch out. Spit on your fingers first, but if you're quick, get away with it and do it like that. Got me a little bit there. So that's that. Now the idea is to feed that through there and in through the hole there. You can see it's just gone in there. So then I'll just get some plier things and just hook that. Easier said than done. Perhaps a little screwdriver would be better. Just so it goes, starts to come upwards, and pull that through, like so. This one, because it's small cord, quite thin, I'll do a double knot on it. It should fit in there okay. Probably would have done with one, but I have done one before on certain things, and it's actually come undone. Hopefully that all fits in there. If it doesn't, just prod it in with something like so. Yes, that's good. Then hold the back of it when you take the clamp off. I'm going to do it like this because I haven't cut the cord yet, so let her feed in. I'm going to let her feed in. Get that out of the way. Actually, I'll let that feed until it stops. Actually, I'll cut it a little bit longer. Put that there. I'll lose a little bit of cord, but I'm not bothered. Some people picture it exactly because they wouldn't want to lose a bit of cord. I'll heat the end up there so the other thing go on it okay. Even though I ain't going to be using this end, I'm going to be cutting it off there. So let's just pull it back so it's got a little bit of resistance on it. I'll knot it somewhere there. For a start, I'll just do it like this. Seems to be working okay. Actually, I'll go slightly down. Weren't going to double knot this, but actually I think it's best to double knot this as well. Yeah. Right on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to snip that end off a little bit, about that far off. The lighter. Melt that down a little bit so it doesn't fray. Although we've got a little flame going. So melt that all in. Happy with that. That can go in there. Put it through a little bit. It's all hidden under there. I'm slightly worried about that in there because it seems to be coming out the bottom. I might just give that one more knot. But yeah, that's how you do it. So yeah, you've got a working recoil with a nice new rope in it. So yeah, quite easy. That's how I did this one. So I hope that helps you. So yeah, we'll get that back on the machine, then we can give it try and give it a start up. So morning, I apologise for the noise in the background. There's building work going on in 2 or 3 places around here. But I've finished Stihl FS400 now, and I've just brought it to this job to try it on there. I've done some already, and just to test it really. And yeah, apart from adjusting the tick over, all seems good. So I'll show you up and running in a second. And yeah, this one can be ticked off the list and done. So yeah, nice little strimmer that. So what did I do? I put the new cover on the top, put the new carb on, I put the carb bits off the other one on it, off the spares machine. That's about all I had to really do to it. It was not too bad really. It fixed up quicker than I thought it would really. And you know, for a Chinese carb, it's running pretty good. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So I'll start up in a second. You can just hear it running. So it has been started up today, so it is actually warm, so I won't even choke or anything, but you can just hear it run and tick over. On to start. Ticked over nice and see that isn't spinning, so it's ticking over about right. It's not bad at all. So yeah, I can tick that one off the list as done. So yeah, I'm pleased with that one. That's come out well, and it didn't take too long. Like I said, I thought it'd take longer than it did, but yeah. So thanks for watching the video of this fix up basically of this Stihl FS400, and yeah, runs well. So I'm pleased with that. So thanks for watching. I'll be along with another video again soon. Bye for now.